Hello everyone, my name is Jianpei Zheng. Today I'd like to talk about my understanding of early childhood education by pointing out historical and temporary approaches, theories, and something about framework. I want to introduce briefly about one of the classical approaches that is called Let Child Develop Naturally by Rosset. He believed that children's growth in certain stage and in a certain order. We shouldn't push them too much to learn things or learn too early. We should let them grow at their own speed. And children are naturally curious and also should be free to explore the world. And also they will benefit from the exploring experience. Too much interactions from adults or society may reduce their creativity and independence. As a teacher, the most important thing is to give children a safety place where they can explore freely and naturally. We shouldn't push them too much to learn knowledge or skills. We also should pay attention to what they need and what they're interested in. Rather than just telling them how to do it, we maybe should focus on the experience when they explore and help them to learn better. I think it's really important to keep children close to nature, but I also think they maybe need some proper guidance. For example, when children exploring, they maybe hurt themselves sometimes. A little bit pain is doesn't matter, but as a teacher, I also should mind children to keep away from dangerous things like electricity or knives. Another approach is a temporary approach called a Regal Emilia approach. Also supports the idea that children have a strong cure and a separate of exploration. She pointed out that children are active learners. As a third teacher, the environment is also important during their exploration and learn. It also said that children have a 100 language. They didn't show their by language, but also they explanation themselves by music, dance, printing, and more. As a teacher, I also should not just listen what they say, but also pay attention how they express themselves in different ways. The approach also highlights that the education of children also should be a project, which is a long-term thing. After that, I want to also talk about two theories, which is ecological system theories and the social culture theory. Both of these two theories suggest that children learn through a variety of ways, not only in the school, but also through their environment, experience, and the interactions with others. So for the ecological system theory, children do not grow up in the school. They also affected by their families, friends, communities, and also the cultural background around them. All these layers mix together and shape the children's development. So as teachers, it is important to understand what children come from, and we should know the culture to support them better. Sometimes we maybe not only focus on the children in the class or in the school to forget what's happening at home or in their communities. So maintaining a good communications with their parents is also crucial. For example, sometimes we may notice the children feeling a little bit down or upset. The reason that maybe it's not from school but outside school, we also need to chat with their parents to find out what's happening and to maybe we can share ways to their parents to pay more attention to give more support with their children. And another series is called social culture series by Vygotsky, pointing out that it mainly talks about children's learn best through interacting with others, like adults or friends, and use language and culture to help them understand new things. He has a concept of zone of practice modes development. We need to focus on how to find this zone to help them learn faster and better. And more social interaction is really important to children's communicate and social skills. In teaching, it may be not the best way to push them uh, to complete tasks by their own. I think it's also important like them to learn better through teamwork or work together or teach themselves each other. As an educator, I think the early year learning frameworks give us a fixed framework to put children's identities, relationship, well-being, learning, and communication right at the heart of our work. When I work at school, I need to confirm that I give children enough support with their sense of belonging. There is appearance in the moment and their overall growth, which refers to belonging, being, and becoming in EYLF concept. And the practice in the frameworks also highlight that to give respect to children and the cultures and also let them to learn through the play is also important. And how we can teach them this play-based learning is very crucial in this framework. When we assess the value, we also use the 5 outcomes from this framework to refer the value of the activity. Unlike the framework, the national quality standards focus on more on the resources surrounding children. For example, it emphasizes ensuring the quality of educational programs and staff arrangements from a long-term perspective. Similar to the framework, the national quality standard also stresses children's health, safety, and living environment. Additionally, it highlights the relationship involves not only children but also cooperations with parents and communities. As an educator, the standard also led me to reflect that we also should not only focus on teaching them, but also make good use of surrounding educational resources. By effectively engaging with the resources around children, we can provide them better and high quality support for their development. And I also put my references on the book document. Thank you.